selected, the 16-year-old. Such a great ambassador for skateboarding when you think about Women's Park. She's been so close, Salema, to getting that first ever X Games medal. She hasn't gotten it yet, but that could change very quickly here. From North Shore, Oahu.
Ripping surfer.
Just a member of the Birdhouse team as well. There's just a lot to like about Lily Erickson's skateboarding and her style.
Ripping surfer, immaculate, incredible style, and as you said, she's right on the cusp of finding that next level competitively, and I think this is a really, really strong pick.
Yeah, we talk about those gold medal machines. While she's not that, we talk about the points and how this format works, Jimmy, and I think she's a fantastic candidate for this league and clearly on this team because she's going to bring, that consistency in the top 5 finishes.
Well, let's talk about the points. Her last couple of finishes in the X Games, she's got a 6th, a 5th, a 7th, and she missed the podium by 1 spot at the last one.
That ain't nothing.
You get points, anything above 8th place.
Yes.
If you're 8th or lower, you get 0. So there's points, obviously 100 points for first, but you want to be in that sweet spot of the top 7.
She's in that Bryce Wetstein conversation.
Whoa.
Okay.
A BMXer coming off the board here in this round.
So
Marcus Christopher, Jimmy.
BMX Park, that's a big pick right there. And if you're wondering, if you're watching right now and you're thinking, wait a minute, there's some big names out there. You haven't heard some of these bigger names. Remember, it's about overall disciplines. People that ride or skate in multiple disciplines obviously are going to get taken off the board first. So you're sitting there going, hey, wait a minute, why is Marcus Christopher getting picked this late in the game? That is why. It is a strategy as we roll through this out here tonight.
And I just run down what his last 3 years have looked like. First place gold, 3rd place in best trick, 3rd place in park, 2nd place in park, 2nd place in park.
Points. Consistency, big points.
Yes.
Park best trick.
Yeah. We're on a 90-second clock
I know, it's like there's so much going on.
As opposed to for the last round. We'll check in right now with Amy Fuller as the pick is coming in.
I am with monster athlete Brady Baker. Now, Brady, we were chatting earlier and you had some fighting talk energy. You have a lot to offer. You've not been picked yet.
Yeah. It's crazy, it's scary. There's so many amazing athletes here, and I have a lot to bring to the table, but it's just up to what they're gonna do. So I'm just gonna try my best. I don't know, I'm nervous.
He is at the mercy of the general managers, and sitting here, it almost feels like you're in a pen. What's the actual energy? Take me inside the pit of your belly, because I can imagine you're, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm just nervous. A lot going on.
Excited, nervous energy is the vibe down here in the athletes area.
All right, so picks coming through, and what a very interesting perspective to get from Brady Baker. We've never had a draft before at X Games. This is the first ever like this in action sports, and sitting there having nerves and scared about not getting picked. We were talking yesterday, for some of these bigger athletes that could be point scorers, what kind of chips are they going to have on their shoulders if they're not on a team come X Games?
That's such a great point, Salema. It's almost the, if for the football fans out there, that Aaron Rodgers year where he just sat in the green room waiting for his name to get called. He thought he might be the first overall pick, now maybe top 5, maybe top 10, and then he didn't go until the end of the first round. There are some huge names, including Brady out there, that are waiting, and this is uncharted territory for our athletes.
All right, we were talking about New York sort of, in our opinion, winning the draft so far, but look at this. This LA team is shaping up incredibly. Obviously, Tom Shar, Moda,
Felipe Moda, Lily Erickson, you got Paris Venegas. They just drafted Marcus Christopher, and then Liz Akama rounding out the order for right now.
Yeah, to me, of all the teams, this is the most unique one, where obviously Tom is as heavy as it gets as far as heavy hitters, but I just think there's great variety on that LA roster, maybe compared to some of the more top-heavy teams that we've seen drafted so far here tonight.
Yeah, but Charlie Hazen talked about the fact that, like, I am thinking long game. Who is going to be peaking, not just this year, this season, but 2 and season 3. She's building something.
I don't know if you guys heard that in the background, but Sao Paulo just drafted another BMXer.
No way.
Garrett Reynolds just came off the board.
Whoa!
Go watch.
To the point that I was making earlier, a lot of people on the internet, when they were talking about, or on social media, were like, hey, why isn't Garrett Reynolds high up there in these picks? That's what we were talking about, multiple disciplines, but you got a GOAT when it comes to BMX Street right there. As a very young man, fresh out of high school, many, many years ago when he came into LA with the battles against him and Van Homan, and then put his name in the history books, and has been extremely dominant throughout his entire career. That is a big one right there for Sao Paulo.
I can't believe that I'm saying this, but like, I forgot about Garrett Reynolds.
In a few minutes? No, it's different then.
Forgot one of the absolute GOATs was in this draft. That is an incredible
Out
pick.
of Toms River, New Jersey. I mean, it was the same principle of talking about Nyjah. Is like beyond just what you're bringing to the course. The resume is just sometimes so over the top. It's like, this is undeniable. And clearly it was for Garrett Reynolds as he gets that pick. And I believe Koko Yoshizawa just got selected.
Up in Skate Street at both Chiba 2024 and Osaka last year, a gold medalist in the 2024 Paris Olympics.
This is first at Rockstar Energy Open last weekend, last summer. This is another one of those young Japanese skaters that I actually thought might go earlier. Ibuki went in the second round, and I just look at a young lady she very well could have as well. It's, are you committed to skating in all of the events? But she's got the goods when it comes to street dilemma.
Technical. Hard flip front board, kickflip front board. You see that blunt slide, like, just another one that's just a machine. As you look at Tokyo, Harumi talked about the fact that she wanted to build that character that felt like Tokyo, and to have Kevin Peraza with all of these really, really, really great up-and-coming Japanese riders, and have that backed up with Arisa True and Kevin Peraza for star power. This is a strong team.
That's one of the things she mentioned in our meeting yesterday. Those were 2 names that she specifically touted as saying, these are probably going to be my first
She had a strategy. She said, I want 2 international powerhouses. She got those with those 2, and then build the Japanese athletes around it.
Well, this is the trail, all right. It's the craziest thing I ever heard of, Paul. Get out.
I'm Robert Rodriguez. I started out making movies any way I could. I didn't ask permission. I just did it. And when Hollywood took notice, I didn't come ready. Instead, I built my own studio so I could make whatever I wanted. And now, I built my own network. El Rey Rebel. Action. Mayhem. Stories that don't behave. I didn't build it for everyone. I built it for us. The Rebels. El Rey Rebel.
Because you've been so nice, this year, Christmas comes twice. Celebrate Christmas in July.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Holiday Magic Summer Remix.
Welcome to the home of world-class esports, the 6 Invitational and PUBG Global Championship, to the multi-million-dollar showdowns of Honor of Kings. This is Esports Edge.
Streaming 24/7 free on the Roku channel.
Hope you have your easel set up and your almighty palette ready. We'll paint a fantastic little picture together.
She's at 4D chess from Team Tokyo.
And also 4D chess in a chess game that's never been played before. Amy, your thoughts?
Now, gentlemen, I am in the athletes area. I'm joined by Charlotte Worthington. Charlotte Worthington, Olympic gold medalist and sat in anticipation. How are you feeling about this league?
I'm hella nervous right now, but the league is sick and like the teams look absolutely stacked, not gonna lie. I'm so stoked for my friends that have gone up already.
And in terms of being a female in action sports and having this opportunity to potentially join a team, what do you think it's going to do for BMX?
Oh, it's going to do a ton. Like when I first started competing professionally, it changed my life, and the way that action sports has grown for women, it's opened so many doors and opportunities for women to spend all their time focusing on that sport and progress it, and we've seen the levels just go crazy. It's insane.
And so far, from what we've seen when you've been watching the pics, do you think there's a particular style of athlete they're looking for? And do you reckon you can slide into that bill?
I think they've really gone for variety, honestly. I think there's people with the park hammers like Logan and Hannah, and then Kevin is just such a wild card. He can pull out anything on the day. Same with Marcus. So I think if they're going for variety, I'm feeling hopeful, but don't get me wrong, I'm starting to grow a bit there.
Well, Charlotte Worthington, we know you have variety. We're wishing you all the best of luck. I'm nervous. I don't know about you guys.
I like how she used the term park hammers right there to describe a couple of those guys, Logan Martin, Anna Roberts, and Marcus Christopher.
What a great story Worthington is. You know, she didn't start riding BMX until she was 19.
Oh, she'll be making her X Games debut here in 2026. Did I just hear Daniel Sandoval's name get called?
You heard that. You want to talk about value, Jimmy Coleman. Daniel Sandoval, many of us thought could be as high as maybe the second BMX rider, but at least the third. So we get him now in this round as extraordinary.
At the start of the show, we had Daniel Sandoval on that the X Games research
the top
hot picks. Yeah,
hot
he was in there.
He was third overall in the BMX ranks. But going back to what I was talking about when we looked at some highlights of Logan Martin's career at the X Games, watch the combination, watch the hang time that this guy gets. It doesn't matter if it's park or it's dirt. He is all about the combination moves and the rapid fluidity with which he does these tricks, and it just. You have to watch this in replay. Like when Scotty Kramer and I are calling this stuff half the time, you have to watch it in replay to fully appreciate what is going on.
Steve Rodriguez looks like again, talk about like he said I want to build something that feels like New York. Look at that roster, Sandoval.
I'm partial to the street skaters, but I personally think Team New York right now has the highest grade for me.
I have to bring up the Sandoval story. Remember back when we were doing kind of the Backyarder series after COVID hit, and we were at the CATF out in California. They had that giant industrial fan in the ceiling over the park course, and Daniel Sandoval was trying to do a flare double tail whip and was going so high that he almost hit the fan. He got hung up in it at one point, and he tried it time and time again. We needed to make the roof bigger for that guy.
Yeah, he's a madman.
Sorry, I just had to wax poetic for a second there and tell some stories.
But did Brady
Baker just got selected. The wait is over, Brady.
Look at that relief.
We talked about the Aaron Rodgers effect, right? How long is he going to have to wait? I guess the key is just get interviewed by Amy at the start of the segment,
and maybe you'll get picked.
Here's a guy, originally from New Jersey, moved to California. This is a guy that was doing the couch surf tour, sleeping on people's couches and doing school shows. He comes into Ventura, lights the place on fire, wins gold. Not only that, but he was the #1 qualifier. And the last time the #1 dirt qualifier as a rookie came in and won gold, you had to go all the way back to Ryan Nyquist.
Wow.
That's right. That was that X Games where he had kind of come off the bench.
Yep.
And literally made his name for himself there at X, like the star was born.
And what did he do after that? He backed it up with another gold medal the next year.
And Jimmy, you said it, the New Jersey transplant, he actually is from Toms River, the same town as Garrett Reynolds. Actually went to the same high school 10 years later. But wow, something in the water in Toms River.
Nice pick by Charlie Hazen in Los Angeles.
Look at that lineup.
I like that line. That lineup's getting stronger.
So to be curious, with 3 more picks for them, do they pick another BMXer? Remember, you only have to have a minimum of 3.
Right.
And remember, as we go through this, your team has to be